The Milwaukee Bucks are a team that is rapidly ascending even though they had to deal with multiple injuries with players like Khris Middleton. And this Bucks team is showing so much more connectivity as they got a huge victory over the hungry Toronto Raptors. And in today's video, we'll be going over the 3 Bucks players that impressed me most last night against the Toronto Raptors. So if you want to find all that out, make sure you stick till the end of the video. Before we get into today's video, I noticed that more than 90% of you guys are not subscribed. So what are you doing? Make sure you smash the subscribe button and smash the like button if you enjoyed today's video. So last year, the Milwaukee Bucks were a team that were lacking some shooting coming off the bench, and they only had 2,283 points coming off the bench last season. And when looking at this season, it's a completely different story as the Bucks have dropped 2,431 points coming off the bench in just 71 games played. So this brings me on to the first player coming off the bench on the Milwaukee Bucks, and this is Bobby Portis. Bobby Portis has accepted his role coming off the bench, knowing that Brook Lopez can provide the Bucks with a lot of rim protection. Bobby Portis played out of his mind against the Toronto Raptors, and in just 24 minutes, Bobby Portis had 14 points, 9 rebounds, and 1 assist. And when I watch Bobby Portis play, his shooting and his scoring is so effortless, and he does very simple moves, so it's just very good to play fundamentally sound basketball. And this was shown on this play when Bobby Portis gets the ball from the Giannis antetokounmpo penetration. He posts up Siakam, hits him with a little shimmy, and comes back out for an easy post fade on Pascal Siakam. Bobby Portis is also that type of guy to get in your head and shit talk a lot, and you need those type of Draymond Green players on your team. Now let's move on to the second player that stepped up for the Milwaukee Bucks, and this is most definitely Khris Middleton. Khris Middleton is coming off an injury, and he's looking better than ever. He had 20 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. And when you have a guy like Khris Middleton back, it really spaces the floor for Giannis Antetokounmpo as he has so much room in the paint to just demolish everyone. Khris Middleton is also a very underrated passer. His brain and his knack for basketball is unlike anyone I've ever seen. And on this play, Khris Middleton shows his smarts as he sees that there's an easy wide open patch in the paint, and once he hits the paint, 3 guys pick up on him and he kicks it to Brook Lopez for an easy jumper over the shoulder Fred VanVleet. Things like this and players like this is what you need on your team, especially going into the playoffs, and I'm glad that the Bucks are starting to pick it up right now. And the third and final player that stood out to me against the Toronto Raptors was most definitely Brook Lopez. Giannis Antetokounmpo has amazing games all the time, but this video is about the players that are the most underrated and that don't get the respect, and this is most definitely Brook Lopez. The guy is old and he's putting up career high averages while he's old. Like, that just means something to you. Brook Lopez was absolutely destroying Jakob Poeltl in the paint against the Toronto Raptors, and he had 26 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 2 blocks. But one thing that stood out to me the most when Brook Lopez was playing the Raptors is that Brook Lopez is probably one of the most patient centers that I watch. When he gets a lob, he always comes down with the ball if he does not like the lob. He also draws a lot of and-one plays, and he had 2 and-ones against the Toronto Raptors on Jakob Poeltl and Precious Achiuwa. So having like this second source of scoring from Brook Lopez is so important because he spaces the floor again. When you have floor spacers around Giannis, this team is dangerous, and without Brook Lopez, I don't see this Bucks team being good at all. And this is because Brook Lopez plays a lot of drop coverage when he's playing defense, and this is when the on-ball defender directs the ball handler towards the screen, and then the screener's defender, in this case Brook Lopez, backpedals into the paint to make sure that nobody drives at the rim. But let me know what you guys think about this Bucks team. Do you think they have what it takes to get another championship with the Giannis Antetokounmpo era, or will they crumble when it matters the most? Before you leave, what are you doing, man? Make sure you smash the like button. Let's get this video to over 100 likes, and make sure you smash the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. That's been all for your boy Mubsy Hoops. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.